Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we'll set foot in South Korea to delve into the mystery that surrounds three friends in The King of Pigs. Before we proceed, there are spoilers ahead, so viewers beware. The movie starts strong with a woman dead on the table, apparently from getting strangled. In the adjacent bathroom, a man cries as he's taking a shower. He hears someone call his name from the outside, and we cut to someone sitting on the sofa, asking the man, Min, if pigs only have worth as animals. This man, who has a literal pig's head, rises up from his seat and walks closer to Min. However, Min wakes up from the apparent hallucination and sees the dead woman's reflection on the window. The phone rings and Min picks it up. A private investigator who tells him that they found the whereabouts of Jung, and they tell them his contact number. Min wastes no time and calls the number. Meanwhile, we get a glimpse of the man in question. Jung-suk works as a ghostwriter for an autobiography, though he seems a little miserable as he gets told off for being a bad writer. Jung-suk, upset and unable to fight for himself, goes home. We then cut to Jung-suk's house. A woman walks in, presumably his wife, and asks him what the hell he's doing sitting in the dark in the middle of the room. She goes to clean up after him, and Jung-suk asks her why she didn't answer her phone when he called. His wife, Mai, tells him she was too busy, to which Jung-suk recounts the numerous times he tried calling her throughout the day. Confused by his outburst, Mai asks him what his problem is. Jealousy takes over and Jung-suk starts accusing his wife of cheating on her. He lunges at his wife, beats her up, and verbally abuses her. Jung-suk leaves the house, running and screaming in frustration. Suddenly, he receives a call, and it's Min. Apparently, Min and Jung-suk attended middle school together and both agreed to meet up after 15 years of separation. At a KBBQ place, the two catch up on what they've been up to. The two reminisce about their youth, and we get a flashback when they were back in middle school. Best friends Min and Jung-suk enter their classroom, where Min is immediately subjected to bullying by their classmates. During break time, class representative Suk-won calls the attention of the class to listen up. Another student enters their classroom and campaigns to become student council president in the upcoming school elections. One of the candidate's assistants spots Min doing homework. As the candidate finishes his speech and leaves, he says to Suk-won that Min was too distracted during the whole speech and they felt disrespected. Of course, this angers Suk-won, who tells the class bullies to take care of Min. The poor boy gets subjected to more physical abuse. However, one of their classmates, named Kim Chul, speak up in defense of Min. This earns Chul a punch to the face, but this doesn't deter him at all and starts beating up the class bully until he's unconscious. The next day, Jung-suk wears his sister's new jeans, unaware that they're specifically for women, and tries to hide that fact in class for fear of getting teased. After PE class, Jung-suk goes back into the classroom and sees his jeans ripped and a part of it was taped onto the blackboard. His classmates start to call him slurs, but then Chul arrives to erase the writings on the board. The bullies kick Chul to the ground, but little Chul fights back with his belt and starts hitting the other students left and right. After that, Jung-suk walks home with Min, but they see Chul on the way. The boy proposes to become friends with the lowly pair, offering them protection in exchange. Chul was given a 2-week suspension for violence, and Min and Jung-suk visited him in an abandoned house during that time. Here, they are taught how to be violent because Chul explained that they needed to become monsters in order to stop living like losers. We also learn that Chul doesn't have a great family life after being abandoned by his dad, and his mom does dirty work for a living. A boy from another school transfers to their class, and his name is Park Chan-young. This boy gains attention for being smart, which doesn't sit well with the class bullies. On their way home, Jung-suk and Min talk about Chan-young, how he's so confident and strong on his own. Min suggests that maybe Chul is wrong, that they don't need to be evil. Jung-suk takes offense when Min eventually says he wants to be friends with Chan-young. The next day in class, Chan-young gets recommended as the school's representative to compete in a national essay writing contest. This gets on the bullies' nerves, and they confront Chan-young during break. However, Chan-young easily defends himself against the intimidation tactic. Min tries to make friends with him and offers him food. This seems to work as he gains Chan-young's good favor. But a couple of hours later, Chan Young gets a stomachache. In the bathroom, the bullies corner Chan Young and spill piss all over him. This angers Chan Young, who goes back into the classroom, takes a cutter from a nearby desk, and threatens the bullies. Before he can do anything, he gets attacked by an angry Suk Wang and gets heavily beat up for having threatened the other students. During class, Chan Young tells the teacher that he can't compete in the writing contest because he wants to focus on catching up with his studies. The bully gets the slot instead. After that, Kyung-min walks home with Jong-suk again. During cleaning duty, Kyung-min gets asked if his family runs a brothel. Of course, Kyung-min denies it and gets beat up for allegedly lying. He slaps the bully in retaliation, but gets thrown to the ground too. Just when the bully is about to hit him back, Shul arrives and turns the tables on the other student. Shul beats him up good, while the bully's friend runs to go find help. When he comes back, he has a teacher with him. Of course, Shul gets in trouble for this, which gets him even more mad. When he comes back to the classroom, he goes straight to the bully and kicks the living daylights out of him. However, he gets stopped by Suk Wang. Shul makes a stand for himself and beats the student up. Jong-suk and Kyung-min stop another classmate from calling the teachers, as Chul confronts Suk Wang and tells him he'll make his middle school memories as horrible as he can. Meanwhile, Suk Wang gets beat up by his bosses and asks Suk Wang to bring Chul and his friends to the rooftop. But the teacher beats them to it and takes Chul to the faculty. Chul is taken by police officers to see his mother. Meanwhile, Suk Wang beats up Kyung-min and Jong-suk and asks them where Chul is. They tell them the truth, but are suspected of lying. The bullies tell Kyung-min and Jong-suk that they need to be at the rooftop after school with Chul, or else they'll face the consequences. The police officers take Chul and his mom to identify his dad's body at the morgue. The officers explain that he died from ingesting poison. Back in school, Jong-suk and Kyung-min get beat up by a horde of bullies as they're asked where Chul is. Kyung-min breaks under pressure and tells the bullies that he's their leader and that they've been threatened with a knife if they don't follow him. Chul runs away from the morgue after being disgusted by his mother's sudden outburst of emotion. Meanwhile, Kyung-min gets Chul from his secret hideout and brings him back to the rooftop. Once there, he immediately beats up the bullies, putting as much of a fight as he can. In an unfortunate turn of events, Chul takes a knife from his pocket and slashes Suk Wang's hand. Chul then threatens all of the bullies, knife still in his hand. School administrators arrive at the scene and see Chul with the weapon, and this leads to Chul's expulsion, just a few months away from graduating first grade. Back in their hideout, Kyung-min and Jong-suk cry as Chul tells them he's going to become a monster by committing public suicide. Chan Young talks to Jong-suk after Chul's expulsion, saying that it was probably for the best. He also advises Jong-suk to ignore the bullies before leaving to go back to class. Jong-suk takes this advice and distances himself from seeing Chul or Kyung-min. On his way home, Jong-suk sees his sister being scolded by a shop owner for shoplifting. However, as soon as the shop owner turns away, she takes the item and runs as fast as she can away from the crowd. Jong-suk follows his sister and they talk about what happened. She basically tells him she stole the Walkman because refuses to go about her days without knowing what it's like to have simple pleasures in life. After this, Jong-suk goes to see Chul and Kyung-min again. After that, Kyung-min visits his family's business, a karaoke place, where Chul's mother also works as a prostitute. Meanwhile, Chul has taken a kitchen knife to his mother's workplace, intending to kill her and die afterwards. But he hears his mom crying on the phone, saying she can't live if anything happens to her son. Just then, Kyung-min's dad sees Chul's mom and takes the phone away from her. He starts hitting her, which angers Chul, and he confronts Kyung-min's dad. Before he can do anything, Kyung-min arrives at the scene, causing Chul to drop the knife and run away. In the present, Kyung-min has taken Jong-suk back to their old middle school. Here, Kyung-min confesses that back when Chul was going to commit suicide, Chul told him he can't push through with the plan. He tasks Kyung-min to just shout during assembly to gain attention from the crowd. Though a little shaken by the turn of events, Kyung-min agrees. At the assembly, Chul is standing at the rooftop of the school. We then cut to the present, where Kyung-min tells Jong-suk that during that time, he saw a real monster emerge from the shadows. It is then revealed that Chul was pushed by Jong-suk himself, causing him to fall to his death. Apparently, during the time when Chul backed out of the plan, Jong-suk heard the whole thing. Kyung-min confronts Jong-suk again, asking him if he really killed Chul. This sets off Jong-suk in a fit of rage, and he chokes Kyung-min, cursing at him while finally admitting that he pushed Chul out of anger that their plans have changed. Afterwards, Jong-suk leaves Kyung-min at the rooftop. However, Kyung-min calls out to him from above, saying he'll do what Chul never got to do, and then jumps to his death. Finally, as Jong-suk cries, he answers a call from his wife and apologizes to her. And that was the riveting story of King of Pigs. We hope you liked this one, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more anime movie recaps. Until next time, bye!